Types of system. In fact, thermodynamic systems, types of thermodynamic system. And before we discuss types of thermodynamic system, let's see which type of interaction we can have between system and surrounding. For example, we have a cylinder with a piston attached with it, having a gas inside it. That cylinder is our system in this case. All the other area which is not part of our system is surrounding, so remaining area is surrounding, and this is our system. So let's see what types of interaction we can have between system and surrounding. So interaction means how system can affect surrounding in thermodynamic perspective, and how surrounding can affect a system when we study thermodynamics of a system. So first interaction we can have is heat interaction. It means that heat can flow out of a system into the surrounding. Out, heat can flow out. For example, in the case of a hot cup of tea, when you place a hot cup of tea on a table, after some time heats come out of it, and it dissipates in the surrounding, in the room, in your room, and after some time the tea inside the cup becomes cold. So heat can flow out from a system into the surrounding, and heat can also flow in opposite direction from surrounding into the system. So when you make a cup of tea, you give heat to the kettle where you prepare the cup of tea, and in this case heat is provided from the system, from the surrounding, into the system. So this is called heat interaction. Second interaction is work interaction. It means that system can perform work on the surrounding, and on the other side surrounding can also perform work on the system. System performs work on the surrounding when any boundary of the system moves in and the volume of the system increases. So if this piston moves upward, the volume of the system will increase, and that work will be performed, and that work is performed on the cost of the energy present inside the system. So then we'll say that work is done by the system. So work is done by the systems. Similarly, if work is done by the surrounding on the system, it means that if this piston moves downwards and the volume of the system decreases, then we'll say that work is done by the surrounding on the system. So work can be done in either way. Either the system can perform work on the surrounding, or the surrounding can perform work on the system. So this is the second type of interaction we can have between system and surrounding. Third interaction is called mass interaction. Mass interaction means that mass can flow from surrounding into the system and from system into the surrounding in both directions. For example, if we have an opening here like this, so through that opening mass can flow inside, or it can also flow outside. So if mass is moving from surrounding into the system, or if mass is moving out from a system into the surrounding, in both cases we say that we have a mass interaction between system and surrounding. So let's see different types of system on the basis of these three interactions. So our first type of system is called open system. So first type is open system. In this type of system, all these three interactions 1, 2 and 3, including heat interaction, work interaction and mass interactions are possible between system and surroundings. So in an open system, mass can flow from the system into the surrounding and from the surrounding into the system. Similarly, heat can flow from the surrounding into the system and from the system into the surrounding, and work can be performed by the system into the surrounding or by the surrounding onto system. So all these three interactions are possible in open system. Second type is called closed system. In a closed system, only this mass interaction is not allowed. So mass cannot move inside or outside of a system. So only we can have two interactions. First two interactions are possible in closed type system. So either the heat can flow in both directions or the work can be performed by the system on the surrounding and by the surrounding on the system. Third type of system is called isolated system. In isolated system, any one of these three interactions are not allowed. So we have insulated walls that will not allow the movement of heat in either direction. So heat interaction is not possible now. So heat interaction is not possible. And this wall is fixed now, so we don't have a piston to move up or down. So it means that work interaction is also prohibited. So this type of system is called isolated system. Closed system is also called controlled mass. Why? Simple reasons. Because in closed system, mass is not allowed to enter into the system or to leave the system. That's why mass of the system remains constant. So that's why it is called controlled mass. So these are the three types of system in thermodynamics.